Hi, my name is April Singley. I'm the co-artistic director of Mary Rose Productions, which is a professional theatre company, now award-winning, based out of Portsmouth, England. And we have a couple different initiatives that we work towards. One being is that we recognize there are so many actors who come from working class backgrounds who may not have access to drama schools or the funds to make sure that they go off on auditions and not succumb to day jobs that just kind of weigh them down. We want to work with those early career and emerging artists to join us on our productions, to work shadow with us, and hopefully discover pathways into arts careers. And our second initiative is that we firmly believe in environmental sustainability. In fact, our environmental consultant that we work with has recently told me an interesting fact that in the West End of London alone, in 1 week, the carbon footprint is equal to about 50,000 tons of carbon. And that comes from just the single-use products, one set, one use for a costume, and then it gets discarded and never used again. So what we want to do is we make sure that our productions are done with either secondhand sets, props, costumes, or if we do purchase anything new, it's given a new life after our production. And our most recent production that we did is a play called Cougar by Rose Lewinstein. Cougar is about climate change and consumption, but it's told very cleverly through the relationship of an older woman, Layla, who goes around the world jet-setting. She is a climate change activist, speaking at these conferences and meetings about climate change, but never actually doing anything to help. And her cub, John, the younger man, is looking for a direction in life, and he follows Layla around the world. They end up falling in love, and their challenge really is how much are they willing to compromise in order to make their unique relationship work. And I think that really has a lot to do with the message of the piece, which is how much are we really willing to compromise, how much are we willing to sacrifice from our day-to-day comforts in order to make positive changes and lower our carbon footprint. So it's a really, really purposeful script and a very powerful play because it's got both the humanity of these two people, but it's also about the larger picture of humanity and the future of the human race, and what do we do if we don't really stick in and make some changes to how we treat our planet. So we had really good audiences when we first mounted the play in Portsmouth, great feedback, and then we took the play up to London with some sold out performances, which was fantastic. And the encouragement that we received led us to kind of where we are now, which is that due to popular demand, we have been asked to now remount the show in February and bring it to a new audience in Birmingham, performing at the Old Joint Stock Theatre and potentially at the Attic Theatre in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is incredibly exciting for us. But it also means that in order to produce theatre, to keep this production going, we need to make sure that we are able to deliver not just a quality production, but we also need to make sure that our cast and crew and everybody is properly looked after. We just want to make sure that the production, in terms of its production value, is equal to the performances that are being given, because there's a lot of heart there. There's a lot of talent that may otherwise not get an opportunity to be seen. So I'm appealing to you today to ask for your support, primarily, in full disclosure, your financial support for a production company, if not on this remount of the play Cougar, but also to make a donation to Mary Rose Productions so that we can continue to deliver the workshops that we're doing. We do work with work shadow opportunities so that people who may not be able to go to drama school work shadow with the professional actors and directors that we're working with, to learn things like directing, acting, stage management, to make sure that we have someone who's learning the skills of being a theatre technician so they can kind of understand the expectations of the job, learn about the craft of theatre making, and keep that amazing tradition alive, which is storytelling in any capacity, which comes together not just from the acting side. So if you can make a donation, that would be absolutely fantastic. We really appreciate anything that you're able to make towards our work and who we are and what we do. So really thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and yeah, thank you.